So I grew up on the island of Long, and my father grew up in the island of Coney, which is most famous for its hot dog eating contest and its very rickety old roller coaster. My father's father came over during the 1980 rush to Ellis Island and became a bus driver and had a third grade education. My grandmother Blanche stayed home with my father and his sister and always said to my father, "You're going to become a doctor. I want you to become a doctor." So naturally, my father, who loved his mother very much, became a doctor. Growing up, I never, ever told people that my father was a surgeon. My father drove an old silver Honda, and my mother, crazy mother, drove a red Volare station wagon. We were not really wealthy, but we were definitely comfortable. And my father, growing up, having 5 kids, would always say to us, "Don't worry. No matter what, I will always take care of you, and you'll never have to worry about money." I believe he did that because growing up, he always seemed to have to worry about money. He went to college on a football scholarship because we all know NYU has a really great football team. I think it was after his first year that they dismantled that program, and it no longer obviously exists if you know anything about college football. So my father went on, became a doctor, and gave us this sense of security in terms of our finances, and I will forever be grateful to him for that. Due to that, I chose a lifestyle and a profession that did not provide a lucrative abundance of money in my life, but I'm extremely grateful to the City of Boulder for their affordable housing program, because if it weren't for that program, I would not be able to afford to live in Boulder and own my own home. So my father had this faith in all of his children, and he gave us faith in our financial security. When he died suddenly at the age of 69 in 1999, he left all of his money to my very unstable mother. Over the next few years, my mother pissed that money away and now lives in a house that is in total disrepair, and there's nothing left except for the small monthly pension check that she gets. Despite the fact that that belief that my father instilled in us, that money would never be a worry, and now all thoughts of him providing some kind of stability for us, even after he died, was totally gone, I never lost that feeling of security, of financial security, which I thought was kind of odd, considering the fact that I chose a profession that didn't make a lot of money. But I always felt secure. So one day, I was thinking to myself, when my vet told me that my dog, who I love so much, would need a procedure, this was a Friday, and my dog would need this procedure on Monday, which was $250 just for the diagnostic tool alone, I was really nervous about it. My boyfriend Brock and I went to a charity event that Saturday morning that was a doggy fundraiser. They gave out these little coupons for a bar that is now defunct in Boulder that was for a free appetizer. And each of us got one of these free appetizers, and that night we went with our dog to the 29th Street Mall to listen to some free music. And then after listening to the music, we walked across the street to the Baker Street pub, which no longer, like I said, is there. But I was thinking, well, why were they at this doggy fundraiser giving out these free appetizers? And then I realized it's because they welcome people to have their pets, their dogs, with them on their patio. So we sat down on the outside patio, and the waitress approached us, and we told her we had these free appetizers, and I said, is that okay if we both use our coupons at the same time? Thinking all in the back of my head, oh my God, I've got this $250 to come up with by Monday. And anyway, she said, are you guys here for the trivia night? And I said, no, we don't know anything about that. And she said, well, why don't you do it? And I looked at my boyfriend, Brock, who people in social situations have said, oh my God, he knows the most useless trivia in the world. I want him as my Trivial Pursuit partner. And I thought the same thing. So we went ahead and we played the trivia night game. And at the very end, lo and behold, we won. We won, and I thought it was going to be like a $25 gift certificate so that we would come back to this restaurant. Instead, the manager handed us an envelope, and I opened the envelope, and it was $250 in cash. And I looked up at the sky, and I quietly said, thank you, Dad, you always keep me flush.